So we could take times to before touching. Did you give my name how much extra was within this $37,000
Good evening. I'm Lisa Brown, and I want to welcome everyone to the first of three recognition ceremonies for the graduating class of 2020. Tonight will be our virtual graduation. I know this was not the ceremony that any of us originally envisioned when we first began this year. However, I encourage all of us to embrace the resilience that these young men and women have displayed in order to have reached this milestone. The class of 2020 has many character traits. When I think about them both individually and as a whole, those traits include uniqueness, commitment to success, and once again, I'm going to come back to the word resilience. Resilience is the one that is often in the forefront. This has been demonstrated by the unique fact that in the short time that I've been here, this class has dealt with both a tornado last year that ended their year kind of early, and then the pandemic, which required them to finish their senior year as no other class before them. Yet this group of amazing students rose to the challenge and completed the task of earning their high school diploma. I know that many of you would not have chose to end your senior year this way, but I'm going to say one more time, resilience. There's a growing recognition that resilience is one of the most important qualities for a successful life. In the book, Other 3 R's, it states that all children should learn that resilience provides individuals with skills to surmount life's challenges completely, to preserve and even to capitalize on setbacks. That is, if you're resilient, when something bad happens to you, you can actually use it to help yourself to get to an even better place than where you were at before. This is a great thing that you have accomplished, because this class by far has faced some challenges but yet they have capitalized on those opportunities, and here they are tonight as we recognize them for all their hard work. We also know that to be successful, you have to be creative, you have to come up with new and interesting ways of doing things, and you have to be able to think of a unique way to solve problems. Sometimes we think that maybe this is just a flash of genius or a creative person, but maybe not. What I'm here to say is it takes a resilient person, a very resilient person. And as I have stated, this is a resilient class. You have to be able and willing to keep trying things in new and different ways, even when they don't work the first time, or the second, or the 100th. Just don't give up, keep learning, and keep trying. The class of 2020, I certainly believe that all of us would say is this type of a person. They see the world from a new and different lens. They have demonstrated just how successful they can be in a new path. Congratulations to each member of the graduating class, their families and friends who stood behind them on their journey, and may you continue to experience great success in your future endeavors. Please always remember there are many ways that you can continue to be resilient. When you have a challenge, say challenges are normal. We will always have them. If something doesn't work the first time, say, well, if it didn't work, I will find a way to make it work and I will succeed. I will try again. And if my first strategy isn't working out, that's not my last strategy. It was just my first. Most importantly, keep on laughing, keep working hard, and work in something that you believe in that inspires you. When you do all these things, you will be the most resilient and most successful person that you can be. At this time, am honored to recognize the class of 2020, and I would like to present speeches from our valedictorian, Dylan Lovely, and then our salutatorian, Collan Long.
High school. Sweet, sweet high school. It's a place we go to grow up our personalities and our perspectives of each other. A place we learn to grow and help each other grow. A place for memories and events that make greater memories. High school has taught me that not everyone can do it, but that some will run through it just to make ends meet. My time here at Summit has taught me that everyone can change how and who they are in a span of 4 years. Over the 4 years here at Summit, I have been able to grow out of my nutshell and be a bit of a more open person. I really appreciate all my teachers and mentors who have helped me through the years. I also would like to thank my mother for raising me to be the man I am today. Without her, I don't think I would have made it to see this day. Thank you all for an amazing 4 years here at Summit.
Hello and welcome fellow graduates, friends, family, staff, and guests. I am Collan Long, and I am the salutatorian for our class. It goes without saying that this is a very important moment in life as we transition out into the real world. High school prepares us for the struggles of life. It teaches us how the world works. We learn how physics work, we learn how to use comparison shop to help you get the best price and find things. We also learn that taxes and the justice system can be extremely confusing. We also learn how to make friends, work together, and build lasting relationships. 2020 is a very interesting year. We are the only class to do graduation like this. All over the world, people are having to adapt to the current situation, and we have to do the same. People are adapting to a new way of working, socializing, and learning. We are now using Zoom and Google Hangouts to do classes, work meetings, and do extracurricular activities. This shows how resilient we are as humans and that we can adapt in very difficult situations. The COVID-19 situation really increased the difficulty with getting schoolwork done. Towards the end of the school year, it took quite a lot of time to get everything up and running smoothly. But towards the final weeks, they finally got it down. I would like to take this time to thank Mrs. Powell, Mr. Eversbach, Mr. Dudley, Mrs. Tolbert, Mr. Salt, Sensei Smith, Renchi Winston, Mr. Howley, and Mrs. Merrill for your amazing lessons and help in keeping the lessons interesting and engaging. There's no way I can list each and every person, but please know that you are loved and appreciated. Summit staff has been incredible at pulling together at a moment's notice with no prior examples or experience to go off of for how to help us. They all ensured that we had support so we could still finish our senior year. We would not have gone through high school without you. I would like to thank my best friend, Douglas Wirt, and my girlfriend, Madeline Bollinger, for your amazing support, and we are always willing to help each other when times get rough. Thank you, Mom and Dad, and my two younger brothers for giving support and always being there for me. We, as the class of 2020, are unprecedented and will be remembered in history as the ones who were born during the historical world-changing tragedy of 9/11. And now we are entering the world as adults during another historical world-changing event of this COVID-19 pandemic. Thinking about us at 2020, a phrase comes to mind that says, hindsight is 2020, which means that we have a perfect view of looking back in the past. Well, I think that we as a class of 2020 should represent a perfect vision for looking to the future, just like 2020 means perfect eyesight. We are strong, and our generation will be the leaders of a new future in this new world. We can do this, and we will do this. We are 2020. I wish everyone good luck in our next stage in life, and I am thankful that I was able to share the journey with you, my classmates. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, parents, family, teachers, speakers, students of the graduating class of 2020. I could not be more proud of this graduating class, as well as the teachers, coaches, and especially parents and family who guided you along the way. Graduation is a big achievement under any circumstances. Some of you had to overcome serious obstacles along the way, whether it was illness, a parent losing a job, or living in a neighborhood that would count you out. And then just when you're about to celebrate, knowing that you made it through, just as you've been looking forward to prom, senior night, graduation ceremonies, and a whole lot of partying, then all of a sudden the world turned upside down by global pandemics. Spending your time with mom and dad playing board games your last month of senior year was not your ideal of having fun. But you'll have plenty of time to catch up with friends once the immediate crisis is over. But what remains true is that your graduation marks your passage to adulthood. The time when you take charge of your own life. It's when you decide what kind of career you want and pursue the values you want to live by, like honesty, fairness, responsibility, and respect for others. You may not get it right all of the time. You'll make mistakes. But if you listen to the truth within you, even when it's hard, when it's an inconvenience, people will notice and they will gravitate toward you. And you'll be part of the solution instead of being part of the problem. And so to finish, I want you to listen to what I have titled The Shoes, and it's based on a true story. Othella McCarthy spent a lifetime making other people look nice day by day. For most of her 87 years, she walked 6 miles with holes in her shoes and tape to hold them together. She took in bundles of other people's dirty clothes and made them clean and neat for parties she never attended, weddings to which she never were invited, graduations she never saw. She quit school in the 6th grade. She never married, never had children, and never learned to drive because she said there was no place she wanted to visit. All she ever had was her work, her old family home, and those old shoes she called a blessing. She spent almost nothing on herself, and her old shoes took her up and down dirt roads with painful feet. Over the decades, her pay, which she saved, mostly dollar bills and change, grew into more than $150,000. She had it written that when she passes, every penny would be donated to the college down the road for any student who wanted to attend college. Back then, tuition was just $2,400 a year. She stated that I live where I want to live, and I live the way I want to live. So I have just one question for each and every one of you. Where will your shoes take you? And what will you do while you're wearing them? Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Mr. Miller. I'm the principal of the school, and just want to offer my congratulations to the class of 2020. I was thinking back on 4 years ago when you guys all showed up here. It's hard to believe that 4 years is gone, how quickly your journey's been. It's been awesome watching you grow and awesome watching you mature. I'm very proud of you, and I just want you to know that you're loved and cared for. My job here tonight is to introduce the class of 2020 to you. And I want to start off by saying, as the principal of Summit Academy High School, I certify that each member of the class of 2020 that I'm about to present to you has met the graduation requirements from high school as required by the Summit Academy Board of Education, Summit Academy Management Company, and the Ohio Department of Education. So now let's get on with the diplomas here. First, I want to recognize Corey Alves. Yesenia Aviles. Olias Barker. Kyle Barlow. Madeline Bollinger. Diamani Bowman. Dylan Bradley. Charles Campbell. Brianna Chambers. Elizabeth Combs. Lakia Driscoll. Travis England. Daquan Henderson. Jalen Henderson. Dearica Hines. Jakaya Johnson. Genesis Jones. Jayante Jones. Collan Long. Dylan Lovely. Abby Martin. Ronnie McCorder. Kiara Murphy. Isaac Musgrove. Rawson Reich. Rayshawn Ross. Trayvon Ross. Isaiah Selman. Jamaal Sibert. Robbie Sparks. Anna Stewart. Christopher Stokes. Rhiannon Wallace. Douglas Wirt. And Grace Wendell. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the ceremony tonight. This is the first ever for us as it is for you. I want to remind you that phase 2 of our graduation will happen in late June, where you will have your caps and gowns. You come up to the school, we'll do a presentation of the diploma, we'll have you turn tassels, and we'll get pictures. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in late June. Thank you, and God bless.
Everybody get your goodbyes in before I cut this feed.
Go from here to you.